Have you ever stood in the middle of a crowd, surrounded by voices claiming to speak for truth, and wondered whose truth is it really? In a world overflowing with opinions, doctrines, and declarations, how do we find the quiet voice of something deeper, something real? A walk through the fair. Two men wandered through the world fair of religions on a quiet afternoon, the sky pale with winter light, the fairgrounds pulsed with color and conviction banners, waving like flags of belief, voices rising like incense into the air. It wasn't a trade fair, though it felt like one. Each stall offered salvation, each doctrine packaged like a promise. At the Jewish stall, velvet drapes framed golden letters. God is all. A man with silver hair handed them a leaflet. We are his chosen, he said, eyes gleaming with pride. No other people are as beloved. Behind him, a painting showed a desert blooming under divine favor, the sun casting long shadows across ancient stones. Te Mobidon. At the Muslim stall, the scent of oud and rosewater lingered. A young woman in emerald robes spoke with quiet certainty. God is all merciful, she said, and Muhammad is his final prophet. Listen to him, and you will be saved. Her words were soft, but they carried the weight of centuries. Calligraphy danced behind her, verses flowing like wind over dunes. They kept walking. The Christian stall resembled a chapel, its stained glass glowing with borrowed sunlight. A choir hummed in the background, voices like distant bells. God is love, said the priest. But outside the church, there is no salvation. His tone was gentle, but the edges were sharp. Join us, or risk eternal separation. A crucifix hung above, casting long shadows on the floor. They stepped outside, blinking into the light. The fair buzzed behind them. So many voices, so many truths. One man turned to the other and asked, "What do you think of God now?" The other looked up at the sky, then down at the dust on his shoes. He seemed bigoted, fanatical, and cruel. He said quietly, "Or maybe it's not him. Maybe it's us." That night, one of them sat by the window, watching the city breathe. Neon lights flickered like restless thoughts. He whispered into the silence, "God, how do you endure this? Don't you see what they've done to your name? How they've carved it into walls and weapons, into borders and battles." And in the hush that followed, he felt an answer not in thunder, but in stillness. "It wasn't I who organized the fair," the voice said, as if from the wind. "I wouldn't dare visit it. I'd be too ashamed." In a world so eager to define the divine, perhaps the sacred slips through our fingers when we clutch too tightly. Maybe God isn't found in declarations, but in the quiet between them, in kindness without condition, in questions without fear. So we ask ourselves, do we speak of love, or do we love it? Do we seek truth, or just comfort? Are we building bridges, or walls? And in asking, we begin to listen not to the noise of the fair, but to the whisper of something deeper.